Standard 6, I can decide whether two quantities are in a proportional relationship. All right, Bill is buying supplies for his yearly camping trip. For each day that he is camping, he will need 3 cans of Star-Kissed tuna. If Bill were going on a trip that is 16 days long, how many cans of tuna? Well, 16 days times 3 cans per day. 3 times 6 is 18. Carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. 48 cans of tuna. All right. Is this proportional? Yes. Why? Well, let's make a table. Let's see. We want to always have time. The X, so I'm just going to write it like this. So days and cans. 0 days would be 0 cans. 1 day is 3 cans. Let's double 1. 2 days is 6 cans. So 0, 0, and doubling both work. Okay, so that is a proportional relationship. For number 8, now I know this is a little bit confusing. So just without this additional information, it was proportional. But now we learn that before he leaves for the store, Bill remembers that he has 5 cans of tuna left over from last year's trip. Great, he says. Now I won't have to buy as many cans of tuna. Is the relationship between the number of days Bill is going to be camping and the number of cans he will buy at the store proportional now? Explain why or why not. And the answer is no. Excuse me. And the reason is because he already has the 5 cans, right? So you can think of this as for 0 days, he still has 5 cans. Okay. And it's also kind of more important to think about like how many cans does he need to buy. I understand the confusion with this, but as long as you figured out that because he has these 5 cans, it's going to throw it off and make it not proportional, that's all that matters, right? This is the big no, and something about he already has 5 cans. All right. If you still have questions about that, I totally get it. Come to office hours and we can talk about it. All right, number 9. Which of the following represent a proportional relationship? Select all answers that apply. These questions are so hard because you have to get all of them right. All right. Daniel gets paid $30 per week plus 5 for every sale he makes. Plus 5 for every sale. Not proportional. Okay? Because he's not going to make the same amount of sales every day, right? And if he doesn't make any sales, he still makes $30 per week. So 0 is not 0. All right. A 20-ounce soda costs $1.49 each. That is proportional. Because we're assuming there's no deals. This isn't Costco. You don't have to worry about tax. If you don't buy any soda, it doesn't cost any money. If you buy 2 sodas, it costs twice as much as 1 soda. Candy bar. Is it buy one, get one free? Not proportional because buy one, get one free. Doubling doesn't work here, right? Whatever you pay for 1 candy bar, it's exactly what you're going to pay for 2 candy bars. So the cost does not double. All right, now last one. Phil goes running. For the first 3 miles, he runs at a 7-mile-per-hour pace before he gets tired and starts to run at a 5-mile-per-hour pace. Not proportional, obviously, because he is not running at the same rate. This would not be a straight line. All right. Standard 7, I can find the constant of proportionality in a graph and table. What is the price of renting a bike per hour? Remember, hours is always X, price is always Y. This is just like the fantastic game sweeping the nation. What's my rule? Okay. Hopefully we see that the rule here is Y equals 12X, right? If you multiply the X value by 12, you get the Y value, right? So that's the fancy equation. The price of renting a bike per hour is $12 per hour. Okay, and you see that it's the same rate for all three of these, right? 6 times 12 is 72, 8 times 12 is 96, and 11 times 12 is 132. All right, what is the rate of miles per gallon? Okay, so if we just go here and we start at 1, I'm going to go straight up. Oh, let's just make this a little thinner. Straight up. All right, and I'm going to go straight over. Okay, I'm going to guess that that's about 30. So my answer looks like about 35, right? Now, you can go, let's look at C. You see how C is on an exact point? So for C, this point is the X value is 4 and the Y value is 140. So you could actually calculate the unit rate from this point and do 140 divided by 4, and that is 35. Okay, so the actual unit rate is 35. It's a little sloppy. 35. Remember, Y miles, the word per, X value, gallons. 35 miles per gallon. Okay. Now, I accepted anything between 30 and 40. All right. So you should have been able to tell that that was above 30 and below 40. All right. Number 12, at Walgreens, the cost of sodas is proportional to the number of sodas purchased. If 20 sodas cost $24, write an equation to represent the relationship between the number of sodas, X, and the total price, Y. This is nice because it tells you what X and Y are, right? Y is the cost, and X is the sodas bought. And hopefully we all remember that the unit rate equals Y divided by X. Right? That's not really the answer, so I'm going to move it over there. Move it right up there. Okay, unit rate is Y divided by X. So first thing I'm going to do is find the unit rate. My Y is 24. My X is 20. All right. I can simplify this if I divide by 4, right? 4 over 4, I get 6/5, which is 1 1/5, which is 1.20, right? If we're talking about money, 1.20 per soda, right? Each soda is $1.20, and we get that by doing our Y divided by X. But now I need to write an equation. Remember, the equation is always of the form Y equals unit rate times X. So my equation is going to be Y equals 1.20X, or Y equals 6/5 X. I'm going to imagine that that was probably the hardest question. Yeah. So key to writing an equation, find the unit rate and just put it into that form, right? The only number you're changing, the only thing you're changing in any equation is the unit rate. All right, and this one just basically is a what's my rule. So hopefully everybody did very well on this. Game of what's my rule. Okay, so what am I going to do here? 0, 0, so okay, that's good. 8 to 60, 10 to 75. So I'm going to pick this pair of values to do my y divided by x. And the reason is because I love dividing by 10. All right, 75 divided by 10, well, that's just 7.5. So my equation is going to be y equals 7.5x. All right, and just for fun, let's do 8 and 60. Well, if I do 60, if I do 60 divided by 8, that's also happens to be 7 and 4/8, or 7.5. And 112.5 divided by 15, you guessed it, 7.5. So that's the same multiplier for all of those. This is a proportional relationship, and the equation is y equals 7.5x. All right, thank you for watching. Please come by office hours if you have any questions.